Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our Sunday morning meditation at Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. We're glad you're here. So today's meditation is surrounding the perceived notion of anxiety and stress. So at this time, I invite you to close your outer eyes, and we'll begin in a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together and take a moment for gratitude. Close your eyes and focus on what you are grateful for in this moment now. No matter what we are going through, we can always find gratitude in simplicity. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful for my loved ones. I'm grateful for the sun, our earth, and the air that I breathe. I'm grateful for this moment of peace. Release your hands back to your knees, either palms up for receiving or palms down for grounding. Let's take 3 deep breaths with an open mouth exhale. As we begin to arrive into this moment now, feel your body begin to let go as you turn within. We'll start bringing awareness to and relaxing the entire body. On your next deep inhale, bring your shoulders up, and upon exhale, gently relax your shoulders down. Let's repeat this 2 more times. Up with your shoulders and gently back down. Up again, gently back down. Feel the release of tension with each exhale. Take a deep breath to reset, in and out through the nose, and notice how your body feels now. Let's release tension from the neck. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, bring your chin down to stretch the back of your neck and hold here for 2 full deep breaths. On your last exhale, bring your chin to neutral and face forward. Now breathe in and tilt your head up to stretch the front of your neck. Hold here for 2 full breaths, relaxing your jaw. Reset to center, and on the next inhale, we'll stretch to each side, gently tilting your head to the right, holding for 2 deep breaths. And then return back to center. And now the left side for 2 deep breaths. Return to center. Take a deep breath and open mouth exhale to reset. Notice how your body feels now. Begin to feel the relaxation of your body here in this present moment. Now let's bring our awareness to the rest of the body. Relax your forehead. Relax your mouth, your jaw. Relax all your facial muscles. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Relax your hands and fingertips. Relax your heart. Relax your stomach. Relax your pelvis, your hips, your thighs. Relax your calves. Relax your feet and toes. Continue to breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Feel your body totally relax. Allow yourself to feel the stillness of this moment. There's absolutely nothing you need to do other than what you're already doing right now. Just being. Relaxed and centered in your innermost sanctuary. Just breathe. As you take a deep breath in, visualize positive light energy coming into your body through the crown of your head. On the inhale, feel this energy circulate throughout your entire body, down through your limbs, and on the exhale, releasing any negative, stagnant energy, thoughts, or emotions down through your feet into the earth. Let's repeat this visualization one more time with a deep inhale and full exhale, trading low vibrational energy for high vibrational energy. Light circulating throughout your body, down through your limbs, releasing any negative, stagnant energy or thoughts or emotions down through your feet into the earth. This calm place of peace is within you always. You can turn within, and with a few deep breaths, you may enter. You don't even need to knock. When conditions get crazy out there, gift yourself even 5 minutes of turning within to reset, center, and breathe into the present moment. Right here, right now, you are safe. When we allow our minds to dwell on the past or worry about the future, neither of which exist in this moment, it can cause mental stress and anxiousness. We can't change the past, and we can't predict the future. The past and future are mental figments of our imagination, perceptions held in the mind. All we have control over is now, doing the best we can in the moment we're in. The only real thing is the present moment. It is always your place of power, your deep breath, and inward location. The only thing that's real is the present moment. Right now, feel the energy you have flowing through your body. Right now, you are alive, you are here, and you are safe. I'm going to share some positive affirmations with you, and feel free to recite along with me in your mind. I am worthy as I am. I am enough as I am. I am strong, brave, healthy, and resilient. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I know that I am exactly where I'm meant to be, and I know that spirit is right here within me, available, reachable, connected, breathing me. I use my power in the present moment. I am guided, protected, and loved. I trust in the guidance of the universe. I allow myself to let go of all the persistent inbound negativity. I allow myself to trust that divine right action is taking place, whether or not it's evident, seen and unseen. It is evident in me right now. I choose love over fear. I am a being of light, and I choose to lead with this light. I am authentic, true to myself and others, and aligned with spirit. I feel lighter. I feel freer, remembering who I am. As you continue your meditation, visualize yourself out in your everyday feeling peaceful. What does this look like to you? See your peace from the inside out. Then expand the peace that you are, the light that you are, into a greater area, into your family, into your community, into your everyday comings and goings. Focus on that image and visualize it in as much detail as possible, inviting sights and sounds and even smells. Place your peaceful self in the scene of peace surrounding you. Visualize yourself as your brightest self, feeling calm but mighty, a sense of serenity amongst the chaos. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a deep breath in with a big exhale. Put your hands together and return to your thoughts of gratitude. Thank yourself for nourishing yourself with this meditation session. Blink your eyes open and observe your surroundings with a fresh perspective. Continue into your day with gratitude, positivity, and peace, remembering that the past has no power, the future holds no power, but the present moment holds the power of the divine. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We hope that you'll stay tuned for our 10:15 celebration service. We're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams, you will do amazing things. Places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when, or where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out, just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. 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 There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. You gotta let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free
Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Good morning, everyone. Must be puberty. Welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living and our Sunday celebration service. I'm very glad that you have chosen to join us this morning. It is an absolutely beautiful morning, and it is lovely to know that you are choosing to be a part of our service today. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Rippelmeyer. My pronouns are she and her, and I have the privilege and the honor of being this community's spiritual director. Our center, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, is part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. Centers for Spiritual Living is a practical and positive philosophy, faith, and way of life, a global community of over 450 spiritual centers, teaching chapters, and special focus ministries in 30 countries worldwide. Our community, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, is the spiritual home for a diverse group of people who are seeking a deep and abiding connection with each other and with that which is greater than ourselves. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God. We do this within a sacred and supportive community that welcomes everyone just as they are. Our mission is the transformation of our personal lives into being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. We do this through celebration, service, study, fellowship, and the energy of unconditional love. Our vision is a world that actually does work for all. We do this by consciously practicing the truth of our oneness and unity with God in our everyday lives. You are welcome here no matter where you are on your spiritual path. I have a few announcements for us this morning, and the first is around our Gourmets for God, our annual food friend and fundraiser. As we said earlier, the hosts and events have all been finalized. The silent auction began on Sunday, August 17th, and it ends on Sunday, September 14th. We have 4 events that are available to bid on. The first is a game night and taco bar. The hosts are myself and Heather Abbott. The opening bid is $35, and the seats that are available are 30. The second event is on Saturday, October 18th from 5:30 until 9. And it is called An Unforgettable Evening of Divine Magic, Miracles, and Soul Messages. The hosts are Vinnie and Eileen Jenna. The opening bid is $60, and the available seats are 10. The third event is called Epicurean Egg Stravaganza, a bruncher's delight. The hosts are Letha and Myle Costin and Diane and John Carnes. The opening bid is $30. For families, it's $65, and the seats that are available are 30. And lastly, the event number 4 is You Choose the Date. It's an Italian banchetto, and it will be in Denver, Colorado. The host is Jeannie Colasante, and the opening bid is $75. All of these events are described in glowing detail on our website, trianglecsl.org. They have also appeared in your inbox as a separate constant contact email. So you can look again, we will be sending those out, or you can go online and check and read all about them, and then go ahead and just do your silent bid at that time. And then come the events. And so they're from, I think I forgot to say that the game night is on October 10th, and it's from 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. So the events run from October 10th, and then the one in Denver is anytime you want to do it, but through November 9th otherwise. So they are amazing. They're so much fun. It's really an opportunity to spend some time with your community outside of church and really break bread on some amazing food and some amazing activities. So please consider joining us for that. This is a special invitation from Karen Daly to join Karen in the middle at the Salem Street Pub in Apex on Saturday, September 13th from 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. The Salem Street Pub is a great restaurant and music venue. And for those of you who haven't experienced Karen in the middle, Boys on the Side, it's an absolutely wonderful band. They do a lot of covers, and you all know Karen's voice is amazing. So please come and join us for that. Grab a beverage and a bite and join us for a fun night out with friends and musics. Another save the date announcement for a community fundraising yard sale. It will be held on Saturday, September 27th from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. The center has a number of items that we will be bringing from our storage space to sell, and would love for community members to go through their homes and their garages to see if there is anything that they are willing to let go of and are willing to donate to this fundraiser. All the proceeds will go to the center. Sean and Larry Shockey are willing to hold items in their garage as the sale is happening in their neighborhood. While we have some tables available to place your items on, if you have a card table or two and want to bring them, that would be wonderful. While it'd be nice if people would stay to assist with the yard sale throughout the day, if you need to drop off your items and leave, that is also possible. However, all items left at the end of the sale will either go to Dorcas or to the dump. If you stay until the end of the sale and wish to bring your items home with you, then you can certainly do that. We are looking for a few people to donate some time on Saturday, September 20th, to assist us to clean out our 2 storage spaces in Morrisville. It would be great if somebody or a couple of somebodies with trucks would volunteer to assist us, as we have 5 or 6 fairly large TVs to bring down to the sale. We are thinking to meet at the storage space at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, September 20th. If you are interested in assisting on Saturday, September 20th, please connect with Heather at info@trianglecsl.org. If you're interested in bringing items to the sale, please contact Heather again at info@trianglecsl.org. This is another save the date announcement for Sunday, October 5th. We will be online only on that day. Following the service, we will be facilitating a community meeting from 12:30 until 2 o'clock. This will be online only. Please consider joining us for this very important date. Very important meeting. Again, the date is Sunday, October 5th. This last Sunday, we hosted a very lovely brunch of coffee and tea and baked goods and fruit and deviled eggs and other kinds of items for the families at Transitions Life Care, 200 Hospice Circle in Raleigh. It was a very wonderful event. All of the people from the staff at Transitions to the families of the hospice patients were very grateful for our presence and grateful for the food. So I want to thank everyone who volunteered, including Heather Abbott, Carol Cross, Marianne Hardy, Deb and Wendy Boyd, Dara Ferguson, and myself. So thank you also very much for that. Some upcoming events. Mark your calendars for, other upcoming events, since I did give you some save the dates. Mark your calendars for September. Today we're online only. On September 14th, we will be in the room at 4 Points by Sheridan with a lunch bunch following the in-person service. And on the 21st, we will again be online only. On Sunday, September 28th, we will host a very special workshop facilitated by the Braver Angels organization. It will be held from 10:30 until 12. The workshop is called Skills for Disagreeing Better. It assists the participants to understand the values and concerns of those people in their lives who differ from them, and teaches the essential skills for communicating across differences and finding common ground. The workshop is open to anyone and it is free. Pre-registration is required so that we can provide enough materials. So please write to info@trianglecsl.org if you are considering joining us for that workshop. And lastly, join us for our Wednesday evening services for 2025. The evening is called The Wednesday Experience, a look at life through meditation, musings, metaphysics, and magic. It is really a wonderful opportunity for all of us to come together, deepen our practice with one another, have our voice be heard, and hear inspiring shares by like-minded people. The service will be held on Zoom from 7 o'clock until 8:15, and that link is on our website and also in the Wednesday newsletter. So be on the lookout for that in your emails. Before moving on, I would like to thank Michelle Love for her beautiful meditation that expanded the container that our service unfolds within. So thank you so very much, Michelle. And now please welcome her back to the stage.
Good morning.
Welcome, Michelle.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us this morning. The CSL theme for the year 2025 is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. Our theme for the month of September is Transcendent Purpose. And Reverend Dusty's message today is, what's the point anyway? And now I'd like to welcome Janelle Moore and practitioner Carol Cross, who will facilitate our blessing of all faiths.
The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths, as represented by this ceremony. Christianity is the path of the Christ consciousness, of love and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, one's highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practices and shamanic traditions are the paths of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. The science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principles of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart and the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere, with absolutely no exceptions. May peace prevail on earth through the followers of all paths.
Good morning, everyone. I am live and in person, Carol Cross. I'm a practitioner here at the TCSL, and my pronouns are she and her. So I am glad to be a part of today's service. I am going to do a blessing upon this service, so I invite you to close your outer eyes and take a deep breath to get into that space, that divine space. And what's coming up for me in this moment is the concept of faith. You know, we are moving out of the season of summer, which, as Ira Gershwin described in Porgy and Bess, when the living is easy. And it reminds me that it's easy to be spiritual. It's easy to believe in these principles when everything is easy, when everything is going well. when, the fish are jumping and the corn stalks are high. But we're moving into fall, which is a movement towards the times of darkness, the times of coldness. And it is faith that uplifts us, upholds us during these times. It's faith that lets us know that what's happening out there is not the truth. The truth is that we are divine beings that have unlimited power. We have all of the God qualities: joy and abundance and love and wisdom and peace. When we remember that, faith is remembering that, regardless of what seems to be going on in our material lives. And so I dive into this service from a place of faith, knowing that something wonderful will be taking place in the next few minutes. And that not only will I be uplifted, that we will all be uplifted, because we are all one. Our community is uplifted, and as we are uplifted, so we lift up the world. And so that is so exciting. I say a word of blessing and a word of thanks to, of course, our wonderful, beloved Heather, who is managing all of the technology. I say a word of thanks and blessing to Michelle Love, who did a fantastic meditation and is our platform host. I say a word of blessing and thanks to Sandy Hemingway. Just such a strong supporter of this community through his particular gifts and talents. And I say a word of blessing and a word of thanks to Reverend Dusty, who I know is leading this charge of rising us higher so that we can rise the entire world higher. And that is so exciting. And I say a word of thanks and a word of blessing on our entire community, because we all, this is us all. This is not just those of us who are on camera. It is all of us contributing our special gifts, our special talents, our energy, our money, our time, our attention towards practicing these principles and creating a world that works for all. So with great gratitude and great expectation, I turn this over to the law that always says yes, and ask you to join me by repeating our favorite words, and so it is. Okay, so today's reading is by William Arthur Ward, and he says, "The adventure of life is to learn. The purpose of life is to grow. The nature of life is to change. The challenge of life is to overcome. The essence of life is to care. The opportunity of life is to serve. The secret of life is to dare. The spice of life is to befriend. And the beauty of life is to give." And so it is. And so, before we get into Reverend Dusty's talk, we have the honor and privilege of hearing the musical meditations of our beloved Sandy Hemingway. Please give him a big round of support.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So this song is brand new. The lyrics were written by my really good friend, Elaine Penn. It's called Who I Am. We all have a destiny. There's a place for you and me. Even with our broken hearts, stars have made us who we are. I'm not crawling, now I'm walking. This is where I stand. I feel lighter, reaching higher. This is who I am. Got a lot of living left. I refuse to hold my breath. Breaking through these barricades, life has made me bold and brave. I'm not crawling, now I'm walking. This is where I stand. I feel lighter, reaching higher. This is who I am. I know what my life can be. Since I've rediscovered me, I'm not crawling, now I'm walking. Here is where I stand. I feel lighter, reaching higher. This is who I am. This is who I am.
Thank you very much, Sandy. Beautiful song and beautifully sung and absolutely perfect for the day. Welcome to those of you who may have just turned on your television sets at home. Thank you so very much for joining us. The theme of the month of September is Transcendent Purpose, and my message is entitled, What's the Point Anyway? Now, as I sat with this question, what's the point anyway, I heard it inside of my head in two very distinctively different ways. The first was dripping in anger and frustration, confusion, doubt, worry, and fear. It's a phrase that some people use very often. What's the point anyway? We mutter it under our breath in times of frustration. We throw it out at a person who is refusing to cooperate. We use it in a way to express hopelessness or helplessness. And in these moments, it can be actually quite useful as a way to vent or to let off a little bit of steam or stress. It's natural to question things, especially during challenging or difficult or even monotonous moments. The question often arises when we encounter challenges or when the routine of daily life feels unfulfilling. Many of us have actually gone deeper and asked ourselves, what is the point of life itself? There comes a time in our lives where no matter how successful we think we are bound to ask the question why we are here, or what we are doing, or where we are going. Sometimes posing these questions can actually assist us to evaluate our goals or our lifestyle in order to shift them so that we can improve upon our mental or our physical health, for example. For some, however, the use of it runs deeper than just a casual use of it. For them, it sometimes becomes almost like a mantra. It starts to run deeper than the current situation, reflecting not just momentary feelings, but an overall philosophy of life. It becomes their context for living, or the space and place from which they live their life. What's the point of doing this? What's the point of even trying? Perhaps they are disconnected from their feelings, or they feel trapped or stuck or lost or alone in their lives. Many people grew up in emotionally neglectful families and in homes that treated their feelings like they were irrelevant or even burdensome. Now, for them, the question, what's the point, begins to reflect the questioning of one's very existence. What's the point of being here? What's the point of being alive? Now, psychologists suggest that this type of questioning stems from an innate human desire for purpose and for fulfillment. Without clear answers, people can experience existential dread or burnout or depression. It's important for each of us to pay attention when we find ourselves saying these words, when these words come up for us, to pay attention to the feelings that we're having when we say them. For example, are we frustrated or angry or hopeless or sad or afraid? Identifying the feeling can inform our next step, what we need to do from there, because it's important to figure out what that feeling is telling us. Feelings exist for a reason. In every feeling, there is a message, and we need to pay attention to them. I encourage each and every single one of us, if we or anyone that we know is in that space and place, thinking those thoughts or feeling those kinds of feelings, to know that it is important to acknowledge it, and then to enlist some assistance to get to the underlying thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that are back of that deeper questioning. It is important, and it's important to acknowledge it. It's important to get some assistance. So please reach out if that's you or if you know someone. On the other hand, what's the point anyway, can also simply be a question whose answer is useful to know. It's a great question because it is one of the most intensely personal questions that we could ever ask someone. Each individual answer to this question will immediately reveal things about the person saying it, about their feelings about the world, their thoughts about the future, or perhaps about their personal beliefs or their approach to living. Henry Miller says the aim of life is to live, and to live means to be aware, joyously, drunkenly, serenely, divinely aware. I love that. Joyously, drunkenly, serenely, divinely aware. And Eleanor Roosevelt echoes this when she says, the purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Now, both of these quotes express the idea that the purpose of life is to live. They suggest that the primary goal of living isn't necessarily to really achieve a predefined external purpose, but rather to fully engage and experience life itself. They emphasize the importance of living in the present moment, embracing experiences, and striving for a life that is rich and meaningful. Living fully asks us to actively engage with life, seeking, savoring, and embracing new experiences. The invitation is to not be afraid of stepping outside of our comfort zones and trying something new and different. Finding meaning through experience suggests that the process of living, with all of its challenges and joys, is where we discover our purpose and meaning. The invitation is to create meaning and purpose through action instead of just passively waiting for meaning to be revealed. This perspective encourages each individual to actively create purpose through their choices, through their actions, and through their engagement with the world. Appreciating the present moment encourages us to really focus on the here and now, rather than, living in the past or worrying about the future. This view emphasizes finding purpose and fulfillment in the ordinary aspects of life, such as building relationships or pursuing our passionate dreams or contributing to the well-being of others. Having an impact on others really includes contributing to their well-being, making a positive difference in the world, and leaving a legacy that really reflects one's values. Ultimately, the idea that the purpose of life is to live is a personal one, and the specific interpretation can really vary with each individual's values or their beliefs or their experiences. Each person will have their own way of living. Perhaps the underlying truth is that we don't know the ultimate purpose or meaning of life, if there even is one. And there probably isn't only one. Like most things, there's multiple causes and purposes to them. Sometimes we might realize them, and sometimes we simply might not realize them. So in order to understand what is the purpose or the meaning of life, we must keep asking questions. We have to continue to be curious throughout our entire lifetime, trying to approach a better understanding of what it all means. Even if we never actually get to the ultimate answer, we can consciously and continuously work to discover it. And it might be that the meaning or the purpose is not static. They probably change with time or with perspective or with life itself. Now, what if the purpose of life is finding a way to forget about the question, what is the purpose of life? Maybe there's no single thing that brings meaning per se, but the journey itself. And when I'm talking about the journey itself, I mean every single aspect of it, from savoring the pleasant experiences to really learning from the mistakes and the challenges. The quest for meaning in life is so vast that the very thought of doing it or beginning to discover it can make us feel overwhelmed. Discovering what the point of life remains a lifelong journey, and the steps and the stages won't be the same for each and every single person. However, there are a few questions that can put us on the right track to begin the journey of discovery. And one of those questions, the first one is, what would you like to be remembered for? What would you like to be remembered for? If we examine our ambitions, if we examine our life, we may find that we have been really limited to what we want to achieve this year or what we want to achieve next year or perhaps even 5 or 10 years down the road. But have you ever actually sat down and thought about what you wanted to be remembered for? Thinking about it can bring into focus the true essence of our being. What would you like to be remembered for? The second question is, if you had superpowers, which problem would you solve first? Now, there's no shortage of problems in the world. And while it's not always ours to really single-handedly solve all of them, thinking about which problem we would give priority to can hint at where our main concerns are. Once we know that, we can start looking for ways of doing our part. For example, if we find that we want to end world hunger, we may want to spend some time volunteering at a soup kitchen or creating a community food garden. If you had superpowers, what problem would you solve first? And third, what's the one activity, the number one activity, that makes you lose track of time? We all know that time drags when we are doing something that we dislike. But the opposite is also true. There are some activities that make time fly by because we are so completely involved in them. We have so completely given our attention to them, and they then in return bring us a sense of fulfillment. Losing track of time when we are doing something is known as finding our flow, being in the flow. And it's a clear sign that the activity taps into the things that make us come alive. The things that make us come alive, the things that twirl our skirt. So spending more time in those activities can assist us to enjoy a more meaningful life. What's the one activity or the top activity that makes you lose track of time? Now, these 3 questions are a great starting point. However, the invitation is for us not to torture ourselves if we've been trying to find out what the point of life is and we haven't found an answer yet. Each person's experience is different, and not everyone will find their right and perfect answer at the same time. What's more, when we rush or we push ourselves or we demand that we find an answer, that will only put us under more pressure and cause stress in our lives. So give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself. Have some compassion that you would have for someone else. And instead of beating yourself up, try to see it from a different perspective. If we haven't found an answer yet, simply being could and should be enough for right now. Simply being alive. The suggestion is to get comfortable with discomfort. How many times have we heard or said that? Get comfortable with discomfort, with finding abundance in having enough, with letting our intuition be our guide, and with forgetting what other people are thinking or what they're doing. Don't worry about them. The point of life is to live it in our own terms and at our own pace, and that should be the main focus. Many people who frequently ask, what's the point, are doing so because they feel adrift in their lives. Now, my guess is that they feel adrift because they're not in alignment with their greatest source of connection and richness in life. They're disconnected from their most valuable anchor, from their most valuable director, from their most valuable supporter. They are not listening to their inner wisdom. They are out of touch with their feelings, which should be telling them what they want and need. or of informing them where they want to go and what they need to do so that they can live rich and fulfilling lives. According to the science of mind, the purpose of life is fundamentally about self-realization and recognizing our inherent divinity and doing what we can do to stay connected to that. Our teaching states that we are all expressions of the infinite mind, and our primary purpose is to awaken to that truth. By embracing the idea that life itself is the purpose, we see our intrinsic value and our worthiness. Each of us is a unique manifestation of the divine, contributing to the richness of the universal tapestry. We are an important and significant part of the whole, each and every single one of us. This understanding encourages us to live authentically, to align our thoughts and actions with the principles of love, creativity, and harmony, and to appreciate the present moment as a vital aspect of our spiritual journey. Science of Mind teaches that our worth is not dependent on external achievements or societal standards, but on our very existence as spiritual beings. By acknowledging that there is no grand singular purpose dictated by external forces, we are free to choose our own paths and free to create meaningful lives. This perspective fosters self-compassion and a deep sense of belonging, as we recognize that every experience, every relationship, and every moment is an opportunity for spiritual growth and for self-expression. The realization that we are valuable simply because we exist empowers us to live with confidence and love and a sense of interconnectedness with all of life, reflecting the divine nature that is within us and surrounding us. So what's the point of life anyway? Well, to live it. To live it, of course, but to live it to the full extent of the word. Be fearless. Take chances. Heal past trauma. Let loose our conditioning. And peel back the layers of the stuff that does not belong to us. Open ourselves up. The invitation is to not conform to societal pressures, but instead be unapologetically the very best version of ourselves that we can be in any given moment. The point of life is a lifelong pursuit to experience everything, to do as much as we can, to live a full life, and to not have regrets when our time is up. The invitation is to connect with others and assist them to be their highest and best selves, to be nice, to be kind, to spread joy, and to love everyone. The CSL Theme Committee says the purpose of living at its most fundamental level is life itself. The inherent value of existence lies in the simple act of being alive and experiencing the world. Life, in all its forms, is a continuous cycle of growth, change, and adaptation. Our primary purpose is to participate fully in the ebb and flow of life, savoring each moment, nurturing relationships, and finding joy in everyday experience. I don't know about all of you, but I think this sounds amazing. And so it is. And so it is. So I invite everyone to close your outer eyes and turn within as I speak a word of prayer to really solidify this message within each and every single one of us. And as I close my eyes, I am acutely aware of that power and presence, that spark of the divine that is within me, that presence of the divine that is surrounding me. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the truth of who and what I am. I know that I was created by this power and presence in its image and likeness. So that I know that no matter where I am, no matter what situation I am experiencing, what relationship I am within, that the presence of God is right there with me, that I can lean into it for support. I can get quiet and listen for its guidance. I can feel its arms around me. I can feel the love and the peace and the joy flowing through me. And just as I know that this is my truth, I know that it is absolutely the truth of each and every sentient being on the planet. We are all divine emanations of the One. That presence is closer than our hands and feet. That all we need is a good deep breath to anchor ourselves in our awareness of it. It is our awareness of it that leaves us from time to time, but it never leaves. Like the sun behind the clouds, it is always there, ready, willing, and able to come to our aid, to come to our support, to be a presence, to bring us the kingdom of heaven on earth. And what I know in this moment is ease and grace for each and every single one of us, for living this kind of life, for tapping into that presence, for really understanding that the purpose of life is to live it. And in living it to its fullest, we allow that presence of the divine to be there with us, to remember that it is there with us, and to open our arms, to allow its presence to move with us, to create with us, to pray with us, to love us. Because I know as we do so, that answer to what is the point of life anyway is to simply be, to simply live, to simply know who we are and allow that presence to flow through and as us. That there is nothing more powerful than that presence. And that as we allow it to flow through and as us, our entire lives can change. No longer will be, what's the point anyway, from a place of sadness or heartache or fear or doubt or worry or confusion or anger. Because we know that none of that is more powerful than the power and presence of the divine, than the truth of who we are, spiritual beings having a human incarnation. And I'm so grateful to know this truth and to speak these words. So grateful for the power of prayer, knowing that these words are loosed into a law that only ever says yes, that my words are clothed in form even as they are spoken. And so I speak them and I release them into that law, letting go and letting God be God. And I invite each of us to anchor this prayer for ourselves, for each other, for our community, and for the world, simply by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all so very much. It is now time for our conscious giving. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living is sustained by the giving of our time, talent, and treasure. This is a time every week when we offer financial support to assist this community to be a beacon of light and love for ourselves and others. Together, we affirm the truth that today's offering lifts this spiritual community, prospers the one giving, and contributes to the experience of sufficiency on the planet. There are several ways that you can give, and they're here on your screen. Visit our website at trianglecsl.org. You can text the word give to 919-629-9148, or you can send a check to our P.O. Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina, 27519. I invite you to turn within while I speak a word of blessing on this offering, knowing that the process itself is an opportunity to stand in an expanded view of all of the ways that we are abundant, and to focus our attention on all of this abundance by practicing sharing and giving. That by recognizing our good and being willing to give some of it away, we enter into the law of circulation and participate in the powerful flow of the universe. I know that as each of us enters into this eternal flow of giving and receiving, that the gift we give comes back to us, the blessing and the blessed are one. Thank you all so very much for your gift, and thank you, God, for the gift of each and every single one of you. And so it is. And now, please join me as we welcome the incredible Sandy Hemingway back to his piano.
Thank you, Dusty. This is also a brand new song. Elaine Penn wrote the lyrics. And I know I have many times picked out songs that were a perfect match for the message. I don't think there's one more perfect than the one I'm about to do. Choose the story that you tell. Don't be so hard on yourself. Gotta deal with what you're dealt. Feel the feelings that you felt. Life is good. Life is good. It's not what you take from it. Life is what you make of it. Life is good. Life can seem like such a mess. Don't you know it's all a test? We all need a place to rest. Then we push to be our best. Life is good. Life is good. It's not what you take from it. Life is what you make of it. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. It's not what you take from it. Life is what you make of it. Life is good. Life is good. Life is. Choose the story that you tell.
It's fabulous, 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 Sandy. Thank you so much. You know what came up for me as you're singing that song is I'm like, oh man, he should contact that t-shirt company that is Life is Good. That would be such a great song for them to use in advertising and everything, and make money for you, make money for them, and make the world a better place. Because just imagine if we all walked around wearing t-shirts that said Life is Good. All right. So It's now time for our September 7th meditations, affirmations. So we're going to do this where I speak first, and you all will follow me. And Michelle Love is going to come back and facilitate that with me so that everybody knows what they're supposed to be saying when. But just remember, it's the heartfeltness of how you say these words that gives them their power. So make it real for yourselves. All right? So I affirm that the purpose of living is life itself.
I affirm that the purpose of living is life itself.
Because this is true, I am inherently valuable and worthy simply because I exist.
Because this is true, I am inherently valuable and worthy simply because I exist.
My worth is not contingent on external achievements, societal status, or fulfilling a specific goal.
My worth is not contingent on external achievements, societal status, or fulfilling a specific goal.
Today, I choose to participate fully in the ebb and flow of life, savor each moment, nurture relationships, and find joy in everyday experiences.
Today, I choose to participate fully in the ebb and flow of life, savor each moment, nurture relationships, and find joy in everyday experiences.
I am free to choose my own path and create a meaningful life.
I am free to choose my own path and create a meaningful life.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All right. So now I ask you for one last time to close your eyes. And you don't have to close your eyes, but to close your eyes helps us to get into our divine space. Because material world is so wonderfully attractive and distracting. But let's finish this service off in that space of spirit within. And so I am in an experience of inspiration, an experience of gratitude, an experience of appreciation. Because it's easy to forget how wonderful life is. So I'm so grateful for Michelle and Dusty and Sandy all reminding us of that truth. And it translates to me from that song by Ricky Martin about living la vida loca. Because life is crazy. It's crazy and it's wild and it's abundant and it's beautiful and you just never know. And when I try and figure it out, when I try it to make it not crazy, that's when I get shut down. But if I embrace life and all of its craziness, and all of its diversity, and all of its unexpected things, that's what spirit is. Spirit is like everything, all at once, all the time. Oh, and when I relax into that truth, I feel free and I feel joyous and I feel abundant and wise and powerful. And I feel good. Life is good. Life is very good. And I say this knowing that because we are connected, that I am experiencing what others are experiencing. And living from that experience, I know will change our lives in the weeks to come. And we change our lives. We change our communities. We change our countries. We change our world. We change our universe. And what could feel better than that? And so once again, I know that this has been a divine download that will result in divine actions moving forward with this new tweak to how we live our lives. And that is something magnificent, something to be celebrated, something to be grateful for. And so I release this into the universe to create wonderful, magical, beautiful, joyous, crazy things in our individual and collective futures with our words, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you all so very much for joining us today. I just want to once again thank Heather and Sandy and Michelle and Carol for just their consciousness and their love of this community and for being here with me today. And just have a really magnificent week. And we'll see you on the 14th, next Sunday, live